Okay, so good evening, everyone. Long time no see from my end. Great to see a lot of you turning up every night and taking part in the programs as well. It's really great to see, as usual, the enthusiasm and your questions, queries, and everything. It's just, yeah, it's really fantastic just to see how everyone's been tracking along in this series. And I can't believe we are already day 15 of the intermediate series. Time has just flown again. I know someone, Dr. Prasad, just asked, oh, what's next, after this series? So unfortunately, there is no 21 days advanced. I think we're all probably stretching our bandwidth, but we have been in the chats as admins on what to do next. So we actually do have after this Sunday, which is officially day 21, we do have a plan to do day 22, 23, 24. So that'll continue till next Wednesday, purely because now, as you know, we're all focusing on the chakras this past week or so. And you've all been learning more in detail about what the chakras are, their qualities and everything. So what we are finding is that by dedicating 2 days for each chakra, it just helps you get that knowledge more. And you're not going to learn, of course, everything in just these 42 days. I mean, we've been here years and we're still learning. So, just take it, just enjoy and take what it comes. If you ever get confused, we're here. But there is still so much to learn, which is what I think is so exciting about Sahaja Yoga, that we could probably do this 21 days for the rest of the year or something like that. But of course, no. Some ideas we have are, firstly, we are going to do another workshop this coming Sunday. So if you've been taking part in our workshops these past few weeks and you've enjoyed that interaction time with a mentor on a one-on-one basis, do come along. If you haven't experienced that yet, I highly suggest do come again. And we have plans in mind, which we'll reveal in the sort of coming week and days, that we might, do something like teach you guys, once a week or maybe twice a week. One might be just one session might just be the weeknight meditation, focus 1 hour, let's meditate. And of course, we have other sessions we stream during the week as well. And then we might have the second session being a workshop session or a 90-minute session that might have that Q&A and more interaction. So we've got ideas. Don't worry, we are not leaving you high and dry after these 21 days. I think we're just so fond of you guys as well. We can't let you guys go. So don't worry, we're not disappearing anywhere. But yeah, keep showering us your love and support. And and I'm sure the ideas and the next set of programs will just fall through very spontaneously as well. Okay, so I think there's a question here that this is for beginners. So this program, guys, it is called the 21 Days Intermediate Series. So if you are absolutely brand new here, we recommend you go to our website, freemeditation.com.au/21 days. That will have days 1, 2, and 3, which is just the basics of Sahaja Yoga. And it's super important you do the basics first before launching into what we say the intermediate. Now, if you've done the beginner series, or at least the first couple of days, because we're teaching you guys the chakras again, it is no harm at all for you to stay back and learn and meditate with us, because that knowledge can be also absorbed by you guys. Like, you don't have to be a certain level in that sense to be like, okay, I want to learn about the chakras. But please make sure, if you're absolute brand new, do days 1, 2, and 3 from our website. The website I have here is for the next 21 days, or what we call the intermediate series. And that's where we're teaching you more about, how do you meditate at home? How do you set up a meditation altar? How do you really learn more about your subtle system on your hands and your chakras? So that's just a clarification. No worries, Mary. Thank you for raising that. So in case anyone was wondering, we are in the intermediate series, but anyone's welcome to stay back. And you can always check out the beginner series in your own time. And Kirti has just posted the website there. Awesome. Okay, so without further ado, guys, today we've got Monica to teach us about the heart chakra. So you guys have been learning about the chakras, as I said. We hope you're also meditating daily, at least. If you're doing it twice a week, A+, I give you a virtual chocolate, so keep it up. But we definitely hope Sahaja Yoga has improved your life in these past 1.5 months. So you can comment below, put in a yes if Sahaja Yoga has made a difference in your life in a positive way. That'll be really, really nice to hear from you guys. That give us a big shout out of a yes if or thumbs up that Sahaja Yoga has improved your life and brought in at least positivity, hope, light in this confused, dark times with COVID looming around us. Damn, COVID, it's not disappearing anytime soon. Every time I think COVID's disappearing, it comes back again in the news. So we need to give it those bandhans and positive attention that this COVID goes away soon and we can travel again. Awesome, loving the thumbs up and the yeses, nice. Okay, so on that note, I'm gonna before I give it to Monica, we're gonna watch just a short little clip about the heart chakra. And then I'm going to hand over to Monica, who's got a really cool session planned for today. It's got a bit of music involved as well. So I'm sure you guys will have a really good time. So let's watch this video first, and then we'll continue on.
This 12-petaled center, called as the Anahata chakra, is placed behind the sternum bone in the spinal cord. This chakra is the place where resides our spirit, our true self, which is eternally pure and unaffected by anything. When enlightened, this chakra gives us the sense of responsibility and pure behavior towards others, and also gives us complete security and confidence.
So that was just a really quick overview. The word anahat just means heart as well. It's just a Sanskrit term. So we are definitely referring to the heart chakra and their qualities today. So let's hand it over to Monica. And yeah, let's learn more about the heart chakra today, guys. Over to you, Monica.
Thank you so much, Rachita. Thank you very much. Very, very hearty welcome to all of you for today's session. So today we're going to be doing a meditation, as Rachita rightly explained, on the heart chakra. The heart is also known as the anahat, and it is here, as we all know, our heart is on the left side. So this energy center is right here on our chest. So right here. But before we begin with the session for today, I want to quickly ask or invite all of you to stay back for 30 minutes if you have the desire at the end of today's session. As Rachita mentioned, today is the final week of the 21-day intermediate. And while we think about what happens next, what happens going forward, and we come up with a concrete plan for you all, we thought we can start transitioning today. So today we invite you to stay back if you have the desire for 30 minutes after today's session. Anyone and everyone's welcome to stay back. It solely depends on your desire. So that's one thing. So starting with today's session, the heart chakra, we've already done the Muladhara, which is at the base of the spine, at the bottom. Then we have the Swadhisthana, which is just above the Muladhara, but below the navel area. Then we have the Nabhi, which is the stomach area, which is right here where the navel is. And around the navel is the Bhavsagar, or the void area. So it's straight around the Nabhi chakra. That is where we have the Guru principle, and we have the 10 primordial gurus who are established in this area. They give us the self-mastery. I don't know if you remember, but during the beginners, it was very beautifully explained that when you become your own guru, you transition towards the heart. It's the void is like a an ocean of illusion. And when you maneuver through all these illusions, you reach the heart, and heart is where the protection lies. Heart is where love is. Heart is where we find the strength and the courage. Now, in Sahaja Yoga, although we physically have only one heart, which is on the left side, in Sahaja Yoga, we've divided the subtle energy into three parts. So this is the center heart. This is the left side of the heart, which is the left side of the body. And this is the right side of the heart, which is the right side of the body. Now, the left side is the motherly quality. As we all know, the mother protects. The mother has an innate love, which is so pure that it cannot be compared to anything, which is known as the motherly love. So that aspect of love is covered on the left side. On the right side is the fatherly aspect of love, which comes with the responsibility, right? So that is on the right side. So the love on the right side comes with a sense of responsibility. In the center, we find the strength, the security. Now, when we did the session on attention, we got a little bit of a feedback from a lot of people when we discussed that, if you keep your attention on the good things, then you will never notice the bad things, because we've seen very clearly that there is an active attention and a passive attention. So whatever you put your direct attention on is what you can see clearly, and everything else becomes passive. So if we keep our attention on all the blessings that we are getting, then the hardships, they become very passive. All the things that we don't like, they become passive, and slowly they get worked out. But if we have our attention constantly on the problems, then it's very hard to get rid of them, because your attention is sort of fixing them in a place. That being said, a lot of people question that sometimes when you are nice, sometimes you feel that in your past, there have been occasions where you were taken advantage of, or you are a bit scared that you don't want to repeat the mistakes that you did in the past. Hence, moving on from the past becomes very, very hard. Now, let's look at it this way. When we are insecure from within, okay, when we do not have security in our heart, when we are not confident of who we are not confident of how we behave, we are not confident if people will like us or not, we are very conscious of ourselves. In that case, again, I'll come back to it. If we are not confident in ourselves, we lack security from within. All right. Now, when we lack that security from within, what happens is that our exterior behavior becomes very, very hard. So it's like when you are vulnerable from inside, you try to protect yourself. So you try to become aggressive on the outside. So, for example, if you are not confident in doing something, you become defensive. That, oh, look, I did it properly. I did it clearly. I don't know what you're talking about. That's not my problem. Those are our defenses. They are our guards which quickly come up to protect our vulnerable self from inside. Now, let's look at it the other way. When we find the strength and the security in our heart, when we find that courage in our heart and we have that internal strength, we feel confident in who we are. We become very, very dignified. Then what happens is when the inside is strong, the exterior becomes very soft. It becomes very smooth. It becomes very, very soft. You never try to aggress anyone. You never become defensive. You never take offense. Nobody can treat you badly. Nobody can make you feel bad. Nobody can say anything to you that can demean you or put you down. Because you become the royal dignity within you. You respect yourself. You love yourself. You are kind to yourself. And you are also kind to others. That is the quality of the heart. That is where that internal strength lies. So that is a bit of introspection that you might have to do. How do you feel about yourself? Do you lack that integrity? Do you lack that dignity? Do you lack that confidence? That just means that you need to strengthen your heart more. Now, of course, having said that, we know that the heart has the quality to love, right? Now, there's two aspects of love. One is where you see that somebody is going through a bit of a hardship and you quickly feel bad for somebody. Now, that is not good. That means you're sympathizing with that person. And what sympathy does is it drags you to the left side. It weakens you from within. You don't want to do that, because that takes away the strength from you where you cannot help anyone. You just feel miserable. You feel like your energy is suddenly dipped down because you feel, oh, that person's going through so much. I feel so bad for them. That's not helpful to them. That's not helpful to you. So why do something like that, which is not helpful in any way? Instead, compassion is what needs to flow for such people. When we are compassionate, we don't sympathize. There's a fine line of difference. Compassion is where we see that, oh, what's happened with them is not good. Let me see what I can do. It's that shift in that behavior. Let me see what we can do to help them out, instead of just feeling drained that, oh, I feel so bad for them. But this quality of love and compassion only comes after the heart finds the strength within. Because the heart has such a capacity to love everyone. It is not just me, my family, my children, my brother, my sister, my parents. That cannot be the boundary of love. Love has to flow more and more. It's like if you have a cup which is full of water and you're guaranteed it will always be full of water, then it would be so mean of you to just drink and not share. When I know that this love, if I share, I will just keep getting more and more. That means you need to share this love with everyone. No boundaries, no attachments, no maryadas there. You can just have that compassion towards everyone, right? But again, going back, taking one step back again, this love flows only freely when we find that courage and that safety and that security within our heart. So today's session is based all about strengthening our heart from within. So what I request you to do with this, arming you with this knowledge, we are now going to play a very beautiful piece of music. It is called the Bhavani Ashtakam. So what I request you to do is open your hands, sit comfortably, make sure you're not wearing your shoes, keep your hands open, and just take a deep breath. And if you feel, you can keep your eyes open. If you're comfortable, you can just close your eyes. See how you're feeling from within. But my only request is put your right hand on your heart, in between, if you feel like it, okay? So hear this music from your heart, because this music is specifically, this is a music which will strengthen your heart from within. Like I said, it's called the Bhavani Ashtakam. This is specially for the heart. So I'm not asking you to do anything. Just keep your hands open and listen to the music, and just put your right hand on the heart in between whenever you feel like. So you can keep your eyes open or your eyes closed. It's up to you. After we listen to this music, we're going to be listening to a very short talk by Shri Mataji on the same topic, and then I will see you after that.
tato na mata na bandhur na tata na putro na putri na brutyo na bharata na jaya na vidya na vrittir mameva Katistvam tvameka bhavani Katistvam tvameka bhavani Bhavabdhavapare mahadhukhabhiru Papartha prakami pralobhi pramatha Kasamsara pasha prabadha sadaham Gatisvam tvameka bhavani Gatisvam tvameka bhavani na janami dhanam na chadhyana yogam na janami tantram na chastotra mantram na janami pujam na chanyasa yogam Gatisvam tvameka bhavani Gatisvam tvameka bhavani na janami punyam na janami tirtham na janami muktim layam va kadachita na janami bhaktim vrutam vapi mata Gatisvam tvameka bhavani Gatisvam tvameka bhavani tvameka bhavani tvameka
करो माताजी दया करो.
All these thing of attachments also. Now somebody has too much attachment, say for the family, for the wife, for the husband, children or something. And once they come to Sahaja, still they have same amount of attachment. All right, doesn't matter. But how far they will go with that attachment, how long it will continue is the point. You should be detached. If I say you cannot be, it's a state. It's a state of mind when you are detached. But when it comes to doing something for them, you will go all out to help them. But you are not an attached person. Now, what is the description of an attached person? Attached person is always worried about the other person. Goes on thinking about the other person. Cannot think of Sahaja Yoga. Only think of the people with whom he is attached. Then he is very sensitive. You can't say anything to his brother, sister or anyone, otherwise he jumps. Attachment is also with the name that he has. Supposing he has achieved a certain name, supposing, or some big position, then what does he do? You can't challenge him anyway. You cannot, by any words, you can challenge him. Because he is so identified with that. He thinks he's a big person who has achieved such a lot of positions in life. Is so much attached that he wants you, the Guru, to pay respect to that attachment. Now, which is the way you can solve that problem? Supposing somebody is very much attached to his wife, say for example, then you should not discuss and argue with that person, not at all. Because he's still coming up slowly up to this stage. Such a person is not absolutely a perfect Sahaja Yogi. So what do you have to do? If he is attached to his wife, let it be. But the divine will work it out. And he will realize that what he has been thinking, doing, and taking decisions is all wrong. And once he discovered it himself, then he will get detached. But if you go on telling him anything and try to argue it out, it will never work out. So you must understand that as human beings, whatever we were, also as Sahaja Yogis, we have problems. And these should be slowly should be dissolved. Not by argument, not by saying things, but by love and compassion. If you have love for a person, you will be amazed, 99% people value love. This is the third quality of human beings, I should say. First is his inheritance, second is he thinks, and thirdly that he values love. Anybody who loves, the another person values that love. Because he thinks that this particular person is loving me, not my wealth, not my beauty, not my this thing, but he's loving me. And this idea of love, this is something that will get him completely detached from that person easily. How? It looks very funny that if you like somebody, if you love somebody, and then you should get detached. It's only possible in Sahaja Yoga. In Sahaja Yoga, your state of mind is such that you are absolutely detached and absolutely attached. Now, for example, now, say I have my daughter. So, I'm detached. I never telephone to her. I'm never bothered about her. Because in Sahaja Yoga, you know how is that person. If the vibrations are right, why should you telephone? Why should you talk to her? Why should you ask for anything? No need. Only on vibrations you'll know how the person is. And so it will seem that you are absolutely detached. But when you will find the vibrations are showing or are indicating something serious about that person, what you will do, you will put full attention to that. Full attention. You put attention, but not attachment. So the attachment doesn't solve the problem. What solves the problem is attention. But when you are not detached, then your attention is attached attention. It's an attention that is not available to everyone, an attention that gets stuck, absolutely stuck into that person with whom you are identified. Try to understand. So to be identified with someone is not actually what we can say paying attention to that person. And then your attention will work. If you are of that level, whenever you put attention to that particular person who needs your attention, it will work. But if you are all the time wasting your attention on a person because you are attached to that person, your attention will be tired. It won't work out. It's a big, I should say, a paradox. That if you are attached to someone, then your attention doesn't work. And if you are not attached to that person, you do everything else. Now you have to give lecture all the time, give lecture. Then I have to do some cooking, I'll do cooking, this, that, and that. But all the time if you are thinking about that person, all the time you want to have connection with that person, it's not necessary. That person is all right. What is there to be so much worried about that person? After all, you have to do Sahaja Yoga, you have to do so many things, you have to raise Kundalini, you have so many. Now you are getting attached to one person somewhere. It's not a very good thing. By that kind of attachment, your attention also becomes useless, absolutely useless. So let the attention be free. Attention should not be bound by your attachments. Attention should be absolutely free. So it works automatically. Automatically. And you will be amazed, even if you do not pay attention, the attention will work it. It is such a great thing to have this spiritual attention, which is nothing but love. It will just act. You will be amazed how it acts. It's another world I'm talking about, not this mundane world, but something higher, where your attention works, and works so beautifully that you are amazed how it has worked. But you should not bound it by your attachments. If it is bound, you can have a very limited sphere only the people who are attached to you or you are attached to those persons. That's why identification is not the way a guru should work it out.
So I hope you enjoyed that talk, and I hope you enjoyed the music. And I have a little bit more meditation planned for you for today. But before we move to that, as Shri Mataji said in the talk, that when your attention is free, it is not bound by attachments, and when that internal security sets in. So when we are attached, we become weak, because the person with whom we are attached, they tend to become our weakness, because we're all the time worried, and that really impacts the heart. That's why if there's any shocking news, we feel it here, our heart goes, right? But when we get detached, we can just feel that freedom. And it is freedom, really. When you get rid of your attachments, of all the worries, we get freedom. So before we move forward, let's do a quick exercise. Just take a deep breath. Breathe in from your nose. Hold your breath and breathe out. Now put your right hand on your heart in the center. And all the worries, all the attachments, all the people that you worry about, be it your family or your friends or your parents or your brothers or your sisters or anything, any relationship that gives you that worry. Let's just say mother, I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. I surrender. Just drop it. Surrender it. Because your worry is not doing anything anyway. Even if you are worried, you cannot solve anything, you cannot change anything. So might as well free your attention and do what you can do, which brings us to the next step. So once you surrender your problems and your worries, the next step is use your attention to help others, to uplift others, to do what you can do in your powers. Now, a few days ago, we told you that there is this bandhan that you do by raising your kundalini. There is a second bandhan that you can do by writing the problem on your hand. If there is anyone that needs your support, anyone, for example, if you're worried about somebody's well-being, you can just write their name on your hand and on your left hand. So you use your index finger to write on your left hand, and then you move your right hand around in circles clockwise on your left hand. And think of it like a phone call to divine, where you're just surrendering that worry, you're letting go of that problem. And as you make these circles, you can feel that you are letting go of all your problems and your worries. And then you can just blow it away. So it's like making a phone call, an exclusive phone call to the divine, and letting go, surrendering whatever problem it is. Now, this you can do for your own problems, but better still, you can do it for others. So let's do this together today. Out of the lovely people who join this session, there is a very lovely lady from South Africa. She's been joining every day. She's a beautiful soul. We've enjoyed interacting with her. We've enjoyed reading her messages. Her name is Reena, R-E-E-N-A. So she's recently been tested for COVID, and she's in South Africa. And because I feel like all of us who are joining in every day, we are a family now. We've been connected every day for the past 21 plus 15, 20, 36, 37 days, 37, 38 days now that we've been connected with each other. And I would like to think all of you as a family. So let us collectively together give a bandhan to Reena so she can feel better. So think of it as strengthening your heart and sending very beautiful, positive vibrations of strength to her so she feels better. And just see how good you will feel after doing that. So let's use our right index finger. Let's write Reena's name, R-E-E-N-A. And let's just put her in the loving bandhan so she recovers quickly. She feels better. She can feel all the love being sent to her from across the world. And this is such a selfless love, a detached love, a very pure form of love. So let us put it into a bandhan. And that gives so much strength to the heart. It feels like you're doing your tiny bit for somebody else. And that is what uplifts. And you can do this for anyone. You can do this for any world problem. You can do this for anyone you see on the road who needs a bit of help. If you see somebody's car is broken down, you're driving and you feel like, I don't know what that person's going to do. Even if you don't know their name, just say that person on the road whose car is broken down and you can put it in a bandhan. You can do this for anyone and just witness how it strengthens you from within, how much security it starts giving you. And that's a process. Just initiate it and you will feel the growth within. Now to go deeper into meditation, I have one more very beautiful music piece planned for you. It is a Sanskrit prayer. It is about 15 minutes long, so please bear with me. The session's been a bit long today. But this particular Sanskrit prayer is called the Devi Kavach. It is a prayer which really, really works on the heart. So again, I ask you to do the same. Just keep your hands open. It's up to you if you want to keep your eyes open or closed, but keep your hands open in your lap. Sit comfortably. Just take your glasses off and relax. Make sure you're not wearing your shoes and just enjoy this piece of music and try to listen to it from your heart and try to register what it's doing to your heart. So now we have the Devi Kavach.
अथ देव्या कवचम् अस्य श्रीचण्डी कवचस्य ब्रह्मा ऋषिः अनुष्टुप्छन्दः चामुण्डदेवता अङ्गन्यासोक्तमातरो बीजं दिग्बन्धदेवतास्तत्त्वम् श्रीजगदम्बा प्रीत्यर्थं सप्तशती पाठाङ्गत्वेन जपे विनियोगः नमश्चण्डिकायै मार्कण्डेय उवाच ॐ यद्गुह्यं परमं लोके सर्वरक्षाकरं नृणाम् यन्न कस्यचिदाख्यातं तन्मे ब्रूहि पितामहः ब्रह्मोवाच अस्ति गुह्यतमं विप्र सर्वभूतोपकारकम् देव्यास्तु कवचं पुण्यं तश्नुष्व महामुने प्रथमं शैलपुत्री च द्वितीयं ब्रह्मचारिणी तृतीयं चन्द्रघण्टेति कुष्माण्डेति चतुर्थकं पञ्चमं स्कन्दमातेति षष्ठं कात्यायनीति च सप्तमं कालरात्रीति महागौरीति चाष्टमं नवमं सिद्धिदात्री च नवदुर्गा प्रकीर्तिता उत्कानितानि नामानि ब्रह्मणैव महात्मना अग्निना दह्यमानस्तु शत्रुमध्ये गतोरणे विषमे दुर्गमे चैव भयार्ता शरणं गतः न तेषां जायते किञ्चित् अशुभं रणसङ्कटे नापदं तस्य पश्चामि शोकदुःखभयं नहि तेस्तु भक्त्या स्मृता नूनं तेषां वृद्धि प्रजायते ये त्वां स्मरन्ति देवेशे रक्षसे तान्न संशया प्रेतसंस्था तु चामुण्डा वाराही महिषासना ऐन्द्रिगजसमारूढा वैष्णवी गरुडासना माहेश्वरी वृषारूढा कौमारी शिखिवाहना लक्ष्मी पद्मासना देवी पद्महस्ता हरिप्रिया श्वेतरूपधरा देवी ईश्वरी वृष विद्येत्या मातरः सर्वः सर्वयोगसमन्विता नानाभरणशोभाढ्या नानारत्नोपशोभिता दृश्यन्ते रथमारूढा देव्या क्रोधसमाकुला शङ्खं चक्रं गदाशक्तिं फलं च मुसलायुधम् एटकं तोमरं चैव परशुं पाशमेव च कुण्ठायुधं त्रिशूलं च शार्ङ्गम् आयुधमुत्तमम् दैत्यानादेहनाशाय भक्तानामभयाय च धारयन्तायुधानित्यं देवानां च हितावै नमस्तेऽस्तु महारौद्रे महाघोरपराक्रमे महाबले महोत्साये महाभयविनाशिनि त्राहि मां देवि दुष्प्रेक्षे शत्रूणां भयवर्धिनि प्राच्यां रक्षतु मामेन्द्रे अग्नेयामग्निदेवता दक्षिणे वतु वाराहि नैऋत्यां खड्गधारिणि प्रतिचावारुणी रक्षे वायव्या मृगवाहिनी उदीचा पातु कौमारि ईशान्या शूलधारिणी ऊर्ध्वं ब्रह्माणि मे रक्षे तदस्ता वैष्णवी तथा एवं दशदिशो रक्षे चामुण्डा शववाहना जया मे चाव्रता पातु विजया पातु पृष्ठतः अजिता वामपार्श्वे दक्षिणे चापराजिता शिखामुद्योतिनी रक्षे मुमामूर्ध्नि व्यवस्थिता मालाधरी ललाटे च भ्रुवोद्रक्षेद्य यशस्विनी त्रिनेत्रा च भ्रुवोर्मध्ये यमघण्टा च नासिके शङ्खिनी चक्षुषोर्मध्ये श्रोत्रद्वारवासिनी कपोलो कालिका रक्षे कर्णमूले तु शाङ्करी नासिकायां सुगन्धाश्च उत्तरोष्ठे च चर्चिका अधरे चामृतकला जिह्वायां च सरस्वती दन्तान् रक्षतु कौमारी कण्ठदेशे तु चण्डिका घण्टिका चित्रघण्टाश्च महामाया च तालुके कामाक्षी चित्तं रक्षे वाचं मे सर्वमङ्गला ग्रीवाया भद्रकाली च पृष्ठवंशे धनुर्धरी नीलग्रीवा बहिःकण्ठे नलिका नलकूबरी स्कन्धौघं वीरी रक्षे बाहू मे वज्रधारिणी हस्तर्योदण्डिनी रक्षे अम्बिका चाङ्गुलीषु च नखाशूलेश्वरी रक्षे कुक्षो रक्षे कुलेश्वरी स्तनौ रक्षेन्महादेवी मनःशोकविनाशिनी रक्षतु वैष्णवी यशं कीर्तिं च लक्ष्मीं च धनं विद्यां च चक्रिणी पुत्रम् इन्द्राणि मे रक्षे पशून् मे रक्ष चण्डिके पुत्रान् रक्षेन्महालक्ष्मी भार्या रक्षतु भैरवी पन्थान् सुपथा रक्षेन् मार्गक्षेमकरी तथा राजद्वारे महालक्ष्मी विजया सर्वदा स्थिता रक्षाहीनं तु यत्स्थानं वर्जितं कवचेन तु तत्सर्वं रक्ष मे देवी जयन्ती पापनाशिनी पदमेकं न गच्छेत् यदि चेत् शुभमात्मना कवचेनावृतो नित्यं यत्र यत्रैव गच्छति तत्र तत्रार्थलाभाश्च विजया सर्वकामिका यं यं चिन्तयते कामं तं तं प्राप्नोति निश्चितं परमेश्वरम् अतुलं प्राप्त्यसे भूतले पुमान् निर्भयो जायते मर्त्यः सङ्ग्रामेष्वपराजितः त्रैलोक्ये तु भवेत् पूज्या कवचेनावृता पुमान् इदं तु देव्या कवचं देवानामपि दुर्लभं यः पठे प्रयतो नित्यं त्रिसन्ध्या श्रद्धयान्विता दैवी कला भवेस्तस्य त्रैलोक्येष्वपराजिता जीवेत् वर्षशतं साग्रम् अपमृत्युविवर्जिता नश्यन्ति व्याधयः सर्वे लुप्ता विस्फोटकादयः स्थावरं जङ्गमं चैव कृत्रिमं चापि यद्विषम् अभिचाराणि सर्वाणि मन्त्रयन्त्राणि भूतले भूचराखेश्चराश्चैव जलजाशोपदेशिका सहजा कुलजा माला डाकिनी शाकिनी तथा अन्तरिक्षचराघोरा डाकिन्यश्च महाबला ग्रहभूतपिशाचाश्च यक्षगन्धर्वराक्षसः ब्रह्मराक्षसवेताल कुष्माण्डा भैरवादय नश्यन्ति दर्शनात् तस्य कवचे हृदि संस्थिते मानोन्नतिर्भवेत् राज्ञा तेजो वृद्धिकरं परं यशसा वर्धते सोऽपि कीर्तिमण्डितभूतले जपेत् सप्तशतीं चण्डीं कृत्वा तुं कवचं पुरा यावृत्मण्डलं धत्ते सशैलवनकाननं तावत्तिष्ठति मेदिन्या सन्तति पुत्रपौत्रिकी देहान्ते परमं स्थानं यत्सुरैरपि दुर्लभं प्राप्नोति पुरुषो नित्यं महामाया प्रसादता जपते परमं रूपं शिवेन सह मोदते इति देव्या कवचं सम्पूर्णम् साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः
So I hope you enjoyed the music. I hope you felt deeper, more strength in your heart. Now let's just complete the meditation and complete the circle. Now we've realized that our heart has a huge capacity to love. There is immense capacity. We can't even measure, we can't even fathom how strong this heart and how resilient this heart is. So while we understood about detachment, we've understood that we need to free our attention. We've understood that we can always surrender our problems, put them in abundance and just let them go. We've understood that we can give abundance to other people, which is the compassion, the true essence of compassion, because it gives you strength instead of weakening you. Let us complete the circle. This just came to me that while we've understood that this love gives you the strength within, makes you strong from inside, so you can have a very soft outside. Like I said, you don't have to aggress anyone when you feel that innate strength within you. So for those of you who felt that they haven't had a very good relationship with some people in the past, where they were not, where they did not feel very good about themselves, and something that they definitely don't want to be repeated in the future. So let's just understand that this heart is the strength within. We have to work on strengthening our heart, and that's all we can do. If our hearts are strong, nobody can make you feel bad. Nobody in the future can demean you. If somebody says something which is not nice, it is on them, not on you. With that understanding, let us put our right hand on our forehead collectively together and close our eyes. And without thinking of anyone, let's forgive our past. Let us just say, I forgive. I forgive. I forgive my past, and I forgive everyone. I forgive myself for all the mistakes that happened knowingly or unknowingly. I forgive everyone. I forgive everyone. And I forgive myself. And I forgive my past. So I hope that completes the circle. I hope you're all feeling better. We will make this music available for you, so you can use this anytime you're meditating. With that, let us raise our Kundalini and put ourselves in a bandhan. One knot. Two knots. Three knots. And let's build the rainbow. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me today, for being here at the session with us. So I requested all of you, we invited all of you to stay back for extra 30 minutes if you have the time and the desire. Most importantly, if you have the desire. So if you feel like you can stay back, then please, most welcome. If you feel like you have to leave, we are going to play a very beautiful another piece of music. It's a poem which was created by Shri Adi Shankaracharya. It is called the Tad Nishkala, and we're going to leave that playing for you now. So while that is playing, you can decide if you want to stay back, or if you have to leave, then that's no problem at all. We'll see you again tomorrow. So if you decide to stay, we'll see you shortly.
मनोभूद्यहङ्कार चेतानेनाहम् न चाश्रोत्रजीवे न चाघ्राणनेत्रे न चाव्योमभूमिन तेजो न वायो चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न चाप्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायो न वै सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोशा न वाक्पाणिपादं न चोपस्तपायु चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे द्वेषरागो न मे लोभमोहो मदो नैव मे नैव मात्सर्यभावः न धर्मो न चार्थो न कामो न मोक्षः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
All right. So thank you for staying back. For those of you who've decided to, I know we've had a little longer session today, but I really appreciate that you've taken the time to stay back. So when you're teaching a small child how to ride a bicycle, initially there's a lot of hard work. Initially, the child feels he's very afraid. You have to give them the confidence. When they start riding the bike, you have to hold their hand, hold the bike, be with them, give them the strength so that they can start riding the bike. When they initially do, then you probably put supports on the cycle, and that gives them a little more confidence. They start steering themselves, they start balancing themselves. And then there comes a time when you take the support off one by one. So you first remove the one side of the support, then you remove the other side of the support. Then you just hold the bike and you let them ride. They feel confident because they know you're behind them. And that's when they start riding the bike in their own confidence. Then there comes a time when you let go. Without realizing, the child keeps riding the bike and keeps moving forward. He might fall the moment he realizes that you're not there, but that doesn't mean he's going to stop riding the bicycle. They keep riding the bike regardless in the future. So that's what we have to do with you. We've been here for the first 21 days, giving you the support. We extended it to the 21-day intermediate program. And while we're happy to be here for you, it is time to give you a little bit of space so that you can work in your own desire. You can meditate because you benefit out of it. And I think these 35, 36 days till now have been enough for you to realize that meditation is not just sitting and trying to calm yourself down. It is about really strengthening yourself from within. It is about finding your best friend within you, your confidant within you, in the form of the mother, which is inside you, your kundalini, which resides inside you, knows you in and out. You can call it the conscience, you can call it the voice within, you can call it anything. There's heaps of names, but the fact doesn't change. She's inside you. She's guiding you, she's nurturing you, she's looking after you, she's giving you more and more qualities, making you a better person every day. And it is up to you how much benefit you can reap out of it. So having said that, we are not withdrawing the support completely, as Rachita mentioned. We will be available for you. We might reduce the number of sessions. We might meet you twice a week instead of 7 days a week. We might meet you 3 times a week or 2 times a week. I'm not sure. We haven't figured it out yet, but we're going to be there. All the videos will be there. We're not removing anything. We will instead keep providing you with more material on the website in the form of talks, in the form of music. We'll be available if you have any question. The WhatsApp group for the intermediate and the beginners will keep functioning the way it is. And we will constantly be available for you in case you ever need support. And like I said, you can always put problems into Bandhan and just surrender. What are we going to do holding on to your problems anyway? If we keep holding on to the problems, we're not doing anything, right? As Shri Mataji mentioned, that attached attention gets very tired and it doesn't work out. So while we can keep doing that, we can be together as a family, as all of us being connected with each other. So I greatly, greatly feel that we all need to know each other a little more. We need to harbor that relationship a little more so we all feel like a family. You know me, you know the key people whom you've seen every day, but I think it's time for all of you to connect with each other as well. So we can continue on this journey for very long. It doesn't have to stop, and we can be connected no matter what. So we're going to be there. We'll figure it out how it's going to happen. So from this week onwards, at the end of every session, you can be here for 30 minutes. And in these 30 minutes, we will just go deeper. We will tell you what we do, right? So the idea is we will tell you exactly how we meditate. What is the difference from having these normal meditations that we do on screen with you to what we do now at home? Because I feel like all of you are ready for it. All of you have seen the benefit. So why not maximize it? So that's the idea of just taking it one step further and showing you what we do, basically. So now I'm not sure how many of you have a photograph of Shri Mataji printed and framed, but I have to reiterate that if you feel very impressed with what we're sharing with you, if you feel, oh wow, what she said makes so much sense, oh wow, that really spoke to me, or if you felt that in any of the sessions you attended, please let me be very clear. All this knowledge, all this clarity is only coming from Shri Mataji. She's the prime source of all the information we share with you, all the clarity that we have within. It is all coming from her, right? So look at it this way. You can establish her photograph in your house as a guru to begin with. And when we have a guru, which is a teacher, now the difference between a teacher and a guru is a spiritually higher form of a person or an entity who guides you in the right direction of life, in this journey called life, not school, not knowledge that you get from books. It's about walking on that journey called life in a way where you have a very good direction, in a way that life doesn't tire you, it doesn't fatigue you. So we've found that if I have to just sit and meditate out of blue anywhere, it's not that easy, because the setup has to be proper. Because if you're sitting in a place where your attention is moving from one thing to the other, it doesn't help. So it's imperative to set up a very small corner. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be fancy. All you need to do is print a photograph and frame it. Now, as you would give a lot of respect, so culturally in India also, you give a lot of respect to your gurus. You give a lot of respect to your teachers, because that is the only way you can learn more, right? If the sponge is already too full, it cannot absorb. So the idea is to keep removing all that is negative every day. As I said, you futsuk in the evening and you meditate in the morning, and that keeps you going, right? In the evening, you're constantly clearing yourself out, and in the morning, you're filling yourself up with beautiful vibrations, with beautiful qualities, so that they can manifest throughout the day. They can strengthen you throughout the day. Now, when you establish the photo in the house, for example, I have it here on this table. You can use any table. But I'll just tell you a few things which are important to keep in mind when you meditate. First of all, like I said, as you would give a lot of respect to your teachers, you would give a lot of respect to the photo as well. Shri Mataji in her physical form is not here anymore. So all we have left of her is the beautiful collection of videos that she's recorded in her lifetime and made it available for free, not charging any money. Sahaja Yoga is always free. It's her legacy. And she's done it for the emancipation of mankind. So because she already had that knowledge and she's shared it with us, we have to be respectful. We have to humble down so we can receive, right? The only way you can learn more is when you humble down with gratitude, and then you receive more and more and more. You'll keep getting more clarity in life. Now, what we do, first of all, the photo has to be in a respectful place. It cannot be in any corner where you have heaps of other things, right? So just keep it on any simple table, any simple corner where you can sit and meditate in peace. Now, I like to decorate. I've just done a little bit of a decoration. I have this elephant. I had a nice tea light candle holder, so I put that there. But anything simple will also do. Now, I always like to buy flowers for Shri Mataji's altar, for my meditation altar. So you can see we have beautiful red roses, and we have this particular flower which is grown in our garden. So I've just plucked it and put it in a small vase. So flowers from your garden will also do. Flowers that you buy from the market will also do. Now, this does a couple of things. When you go to the supermarket and you buy beautiful flowers for your meditation altar, it doesn't just beautify this space. It also opens up your nabi, because you're spending money on buying something for your spiritual place. So the fact that you're spending that money for it, it opens up the nabi. You might think, what difference is it going to make? But trust me, it does. over time, it will make a big impact. So we buy flowers weekly, and whenever we feel the flowers are deteriorating, we quickly change them and we buy new flowers and replace the old ones. So if you're lucky and if you have a beautiful garden at home, it's the best thing. You can just have beautiful flowers that you can pluck and establish in the vase. When you light a candle in front of the altar, it's the fire element, and it really helps clear the agya because it also has the light, right? It's good for your left side in general, and it also clears the agya. It keeps the ego in check. It keeps the conditionings in check. So there's massive benefits. You can buy any kind of candle that can be lit in front of the altar. So we light it in the morning when we're having a meditation, and we light it in the evening as well. Before dusk, before sunset, we light another candle. So that's what we do traditionally in the morning and in the evening. The next important thing we do is that, things collect dust all the time, right? And you don't want your meditation space to collect dust, right? You don't want to sit and see there's heaps of dust around. So for that, these are just normal cotton pads, right? And these are makeup wipes. You can buy any kind of wipes provided they are natural. Please do not use plastic, don't use microfiber, don't use any kind of material which is not good. You can even buy an organic cotton towel, hand towel, and use that as well. Anything which is natural can be used. So for example, I'm using these makeup wipes. These are very easily available in the supermarket. You can even use a cotton ball, or like I said, a cotton towel. The next thing that I like to use, you can use normal water, but I have this rose water, which is available at any Middle Eastern store, any Indian shop. You can just check around. You can even order it online. They're not very expensive, but they have a beautiful fragrance. And this fragrance is very good for the heart. Anything which has a good fragrance, it really strengthens the heart. So we use the rose water to clean the photo. So normally what you would do is take this wipe, like this sheet of cotton, and dip it slightly with rose water, and just use this to wipe the photo. So that's how I would wipe it, gently. Now I'm sitting in this awkward position because this is so you can see. Normally we sit in front of the altar and we meditate when we're facing the altar. So this is just to let you know how it is to be done. So please feel free, sit in front of it and use the wipe to first wipe it with the water. And do it gently. Like I said, it is as if you're paying respect to your own guru, right? The person who's giving you all this knowledge, who's giving you a good direction in life. So you give it a wipe. The next thing I like to do is take the wipe, a dry one, another new one, and then make sure I wipe all the water and clean the photograph. So the second step is to just so this way, when you're done cleaning, it really strengthens your Mooladhara. I'll tell you how. So like I said, when you're lighting the candle, it's good for your agya. When you're placing flowers, when you're buying flowers, it is good for your nabi. When you're decorating the space, it is good for your Swadhisthana chakra because that is the center of creativity. When you clean the photograph, it really works on your Mooladhara chakra. The reason for that is that her photograph also depicts the mother, right? When we take the affirmations, we say, Mother, please strengthen my heart. Mother, please take away my guilt. Mother, please forgive me. So when you nurture and respect this motherly relationship, Doesn't matter how your life has been, how your relationship has been with your mother. But always remember, the relationship of a mother in general is always very pure. And that is where the innocence comes from. And Muladhara Chakra is all about innocence. So when you wipe the photograph and you respect, humbly bow down your head, fold your hands in respect, and when you pay your obeisance to Mother, the Muladhara Chakra really, really starts working. And it gets purified. So it's very good for your Muladhara, very good for your Swadhisthana, very good for your Nabhi, very good for your Agya. And another thing is that when you light an incense stick, so these are incense sticks that you can buy anywhere. They're mostly available in a lot of countries, in a lot of shops. So we get ours from the Indian store. Feel free to buy it from anywhere, as long as it's a good fragrance and as long as you're not allergic to it. So if you're not allergic, then another very good thing that we also do morning and evening is we light an incense stick. So this incense stick is, this is a chandan flavor, fragrance, sorry, not flavor. It's a chandan fragrance. You can buy any, there's frangipani, there's heaps of other fragrances that you can buy. There's musk and chandan are personally my favorite. So this one right here. We mostly light this before our meditation in the morning and in the evening. So it's just simple. You can just light it with a fire for just a couple of seconds. And as soon as you think it's done, all you have to do is and you'll see it's releasing this really tender smoke. And the fragrance is really good, which is very good for the heart. So just by doing this little bit, your Muladhara, your Swadhisthana, your Nabhi, your heart, your Agya are automatically getting cleared. So this is a very simple step that you can take. So I have this very beautiful incense stick holder. So you can buy these from anywhere. You can even use a normal potted plant and put it in these. And as a mark of respect, so it's a bit hard for me to show you, but I'll show you. What we do is we run the incense stick around our meditation corner to make sure we're getting a nice fragrance everywhere. So we do it because we have 3 energy centers. We run it horizontally thrice. So 1, 2, 3, and then we take it around as we do when we're taking a bandhan. So 1, 2, 3, and then we take it around. So this is what we do a couple of times. And after this, we just put it in the incense stick holder, right? So this is the incense stick holder. All I'm going to do is just put it in here. You can see we have a lot of incense dust which gets collected in this because we light it morning and evening. It's really good. Your house smells really nice. And your meditation corner smells really nice. And in general, it's really good. Now, if you're allergic, please don't bother. It's all right. If you can't handle the smoke, you don't have to. But if you can, it's a good practice too. All right. So these are certain things that we do which really help improve the vibrations personally for us. They improve the vibrations of the place where we're sitting and meditating. It's most importantly, it's very respectful. When you have to, I can't stress this enough. If you have to learn, you have to respect, you have to humble down. You cannot learn, you cannot absorb if your mind and your ego is coming in between. If your conditionings are coming in between, they will only stop you from learning more. So in full gratitude, with full humility, you have to bow down. And you have to learn to respect, especially respect the people who are helping you out. Respect the people who are giving you a good direction in life. And your spirit will always tell you when you're in the right direction. So these are the simple steps that we do. Another very important thing, we always keep our altar at a higher level. We don't sit above. We're not sitting like you can see, I'm not sitting at a chair which is higher than the altar right now. The reason for that is that when the vibrations are flowing, your energy is rising up, right? And if the photograph, which does emit vibrations, if you haven't established one, you can always establish it now and feel the difference. When we have a photo which is higher, it automatically starts pulling the energy up. It pulls the Kundalini up. So without putting much effort, it becomes easier to go into that state of meditation. So this is what we do as best practice at our home. Nothing to hide. This is all we do in the morning, all we do in the evening. Right, what you see is in front of this space where we sit and we have our foot soak. In front of this, we sit and have our morning meditation. We just keep our laptop on the side, play some music on it, and that's how we meditate. Nothing fancier than that. So this is what we are telling you for today. And of course, we'll keep building on this starting tomorrow and show you more things that we do in our meditation, which can prepare you to be more independent. Like I said, it is time for you to ride the bike on your own. We're there for you, but it's a step that you have to take in your own desire. We can't do any more than this. So if you do establish an altar like we did, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a picture of this on the WhatsApp group. I'll really appreciate, and I'll really feel very happy that as in when you do establish your altar, if you can share the pictures, it'll be really nice. It'll give us a bit of feedback on how you guys are doing, because that communication is very important. So on that note, I'm going to complete the session for today. Like I said, we'll share all the music that we played, all the resources that we have shared with you. We'll update them on the website. And I will share the picture of my altar on the WhatsApp group. And I really appreciate that as in when you do create your altars, you do create a space for your meditation, please do share it with us. So on that note, I humbly bow down and pay my respect to all of you as well for being such a beautiful family to us. And I pay my respect to Shri Mataji, the founder of Sahaja Yoga, who's given us all this beautiful information, this clarity and depth in life. And like I said, when we pay this obeisance, we say Jai Shri Mataji. So Jai Shri Mataji to all of you as well. And now let's just raise our Kundalini and put ourselves in a bandhan. So thank you, everyone. Lovely to have you tonight. And we'll play the Bhavani Ashtakam one more time, and we'll leave that running. So you can enjoy that music while you finish up. And we will hopefully see you again tomorrow. And I will be here for the 30-minute session tomorrow as well. So I'll see you again tomorrow. And enjoy the music.
न तातो न माता न बन्धुर्न मृत्यो न भरता न जाया न वेद्या न वृत्तिर्ममैव गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि भवद्भावपारे महादुःखभीरु पपार्था प्रकामे प्रलोभे प्रमथा कसंसारपाश प्रबधा सदाहम् गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि न जानामि ध्यानं न च ध्यानयोगम् न जानामि तन्त्रं न च स्तोत्रमन्त्रम् न जानामि पूजं न च न्यासयोगम् गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि न जानामि पुण्यं न जानामि तीर्थम् न जानामि मुक्तिं लयं वा कदाचित् न जानामि भक्तिं वृतं वापि माता गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि गतिस्त्वं गतिस्त्वं त्वमेका भवानि त्वमेका भवानि त्वमेका मनोभूद्यहङ्कार चेतानेनाहम् न चाश्रोत्रजीवे न चाघ्राणनेत्रे न चाव्योमभूमिन तेजो न वायो चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न चाप्राणसंज्ञो न वै पञ्चवायो न वै सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोशा न वाक्पाणिपादं न चोपस्तपायु चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् न मे द्वेषरागो न मे लोभमोहो मदो नैव मे नैव मात्सर्यभावः न धर्मो न चार्थो न कामो न मोक्षः चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
माता जी दया करो, माता जी दया करो, मन में आन बसो, मन में आन बसो, माता जी दया करो, मन में आन बसो, माता जी दया करो, तुम बिना लागे सुनो, तुम बिना लागे सुनो, खाली घट में प्रेम भरो, खाली घट में प्रेम भरो, माता जी दया करो, मन में आन बसो, माता जी दया करो, तंत्र मंत्र पूजा नहीं जानो, तंत्र मंत्र पूजा नहीं जानो, मैं तो केवल तुमको ही मानो, मैं तो केवल तुमको ही मानो, सारे जग में ढूंढा तुमको, सारे जग में ढूंढा तुमको, अब तो आकर बहादरो, अब तो आकर बहादरो, ओ माता जी, माता जी, माता जी दया करो, माता जी दया करो, तुम बिना लागे सुनो, तुम बिना लागे सुनो, खाली घट में प्रेम भरो, खाली घट में प्रेम भरो, माता जी दया करो, मन में आन बसो, माता जी तंत्र मंत्र
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We'll give you 1 minute of silence, after which we will be ending the meeting. So please feel free to leave the meeting as and when you're ready. And we will see you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you for joining us. Jai Shri Mataji.